Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here we have a tree covered in pepper vines. Well, it's also covered in philodendron and orchids and a lot of other stuff. We are here in the rainforest of Borneo after all. But most of the stuff covering the tree are pepper vines. All over here, and a lot of the stuff in the center. Well, pepper is quite common in Borneo. Actually, piper nigrum, the normal black and also white and green pepper, is a cash crop around here. But this is not piper nigrum. The inflorescences of piper nigrum, they develop single, well-defined peppercorns, which you can later buy in the shop. Oh God, and nobody needs to buy me in the shop. The mosquitoes are just eating me. This here is a different pepper. Well, since there are dozens of species, I cannot be sure what it is, especially since I haven't researched it yet. But I'm pretty sure it's piper longum, or the long pepper. See, no single well-defined peppercorns, but everything looks basically like a small, thin monstera fruit. There is a lot more of it over there. As I said, the tree is basically covered in those vines. Yeah, pepper is a vine, and when they grow pepper around here in Borneo, when they grow black pepper, it basically looks like a traditional European vineyard, because every pepper vine is propped up on a single, pole, the supporting pole. But this one here is growing on the tree. So let's see what this tastes like. Here we have two, well, let's pick them. Two pepper inflorescences of different color. So I guess the one underneath my thumb is unripe, and the one on the palm of my hand is more ripe. However, the one on the palm of my hand seems to have pretty few pollinated peppercorns. Well, let's try this stuff now. First, the unripe one. The taste of piper longum is supposed to be incredible. It's one of the pepper species which are being cultivated, but on a much smaller scale than piper nigrum. Yeah, the taste is not bad, it's just overwhelming. Well, it doesn't taste so much like pepper. It tastes like ginger with glutamate. Ginger with monosodium glutamate. But not our normal everyday ginger from the grocery store in Europe, but some really crazy hot local ginger like galang or torch ginger or something, like really some really crazy hot wild ginger mixed with glutamate or salt. Yeah, people here eat such stuff, wild ginger mixed with salt. Now let's try this more ripe thing. As you can see, it's a lot more flaccid, so the one I tried is hard. See, I tried to bend it and I broke it. The other one is very flaccid. You can bend it, and then it just rips apart slowly without actually breaking. Let's try. Very different taste. Sweet. Yeah, this pepper is sweet. And hot. Still, the hotness reminds me more of some wild ginger than of piper nigrum. But yeah, hot and a little bit sweet. Crazy. Here you can see the seeds or peppercorns embedded in this mass of green sweet pulp. I'm not so sure Let's try a part where there are no peppercorns. They don't seem to be peppercorns here. Yeah, what I thought, not much hotness. The hot taste, I'm being eaten alive. The hot taste seemed to be restricted to the peppercorns. The green pulp around them has some mild sweetness, I guess. The purpose of this is, it's being spread by birds. So when the bird comes here and gobbles up the sweet pulp, it is strongly discouraged by the plant to chew on the hot and spicy seeds. So the bird basically gobbles up the sweet pulp. Well, birds are not big chewers anyway. Swallows the small seeds together with it and then spreads them around. Very clever. So a pepper which has a sweet part of the fruit in order to have it eaten by birds, and the peppery part, the seed or the peppercorn, in order to avoid the seeds being crushed by the bird, because of course they are also seed-eating birds who would go for the seeds rather than for the pulp if the seeds were not so peppery and hot. Okay, folks, an incredibly interesting pepper, most probably Piper longum, but I still need to do some research. Look at those beautiful hanging vines. So stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the incredibly beautiful but mosquito-infested sub-agricultural park in Tenom. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.